And as militaries were formed, colors started evolving. And so on the battlefield, you always had your colors at a particular location, such that in the noise of the battle, it is raised aloft, so that wherever you are, you can see it. Even as you fight, you make the effort to get to where your colors are. And once the colors were taken over by the enemy, you lost the battle and you became prisoners of war or slaves. And so colors have been protected since time immemorial. And that's a parade commander.
Right, so now let's listen to the parade commander.
Captain Edu Jemfi. It is only the armed forces that will march past in slow time, and when they are done, the other security services will join them to march past in quick time. That's the Ghana Air Force. The gentleman on the horse in the white is the parade adjutant, Lieutenant Commander Jabbar Bentel. And the lead officer is the parade commander, Group Captain Edu Jemfi. Was compliment paid to Mr. President, and anytime the parade is marching and gets to the days, Mr. President is expected to stand and take all the compliments before he takes his seat.
Al-Hassan Richard and Sergeant Toa Benjamin. Number 4 escort contingent is the Navy female contingent commanded by Naval Lieutenant Selina Bia. The supernumeraries are Sub Lieutenant Jennifer Abwaje and Sub Lieutenant Christabel Enima Echampong. The contingent sergeant major is Petty Officer Class 2 Aliga Nokwe Regina. The number 5 contingent is an Air Force male contingent commanded by Flight Lieutenant Emmanuel Kelly. The supernumeraries are Flying Officer Richmond Abutiate and Flying Officer Anderson Don Komangma. The contingent non-commissioned officer supernumerary is 1 Officer Class 2 Kunuma Raymond. The number 6 escort contingent is the Ghana Air Force female contingent commanded by Flight Lieutenant Precious Say. Her supernumeraries are Flying Officer Benedict Anna Achair Boy and Flying Officer Hamdallah Al-Hassan. The non-commissioned officer supernumerary is Flight Sergeant Asad Reta.
Left, wheel, left.
Following the said contingent is the Praise Second in Command, Lieutenant Colonel Kwesi Ware Pepra. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Armed Forces contingents and the contingents from the other security services will march past in quick time. Distinguished guests, approaching the dais now is the number 1 contingent, the Army Male Contingent from the Southern Command of the Ghana Army. The motto of the command is Kulum Shiri, ready and willing. Kulum Shiri, ready to fight. Kulum Shiri, shield the nation. Number 2 contingent is the Army All-Female Contingent, drawn from the Support Services Brigade Group. Their motto is press on, and the response is regardless. The number 3 contingent is the Ghana Navy Male Contingent, drawn from the Western Naval Command in 2nd D. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I request all to rise anytime the colors move past your location. An important feature of every military parade is the custom of carrying colors. And today we have 4 colors on parade: the Ghana National Color, the Ghana Army Color, the Ghana Navy Ensign, and the Ghana Air Force Color. The number 4 contingent is a Navy all-female contingent drawn from the Eastern Naval Command in Tema. Number 5 contingent is an Air Force male contingent drawn from the Air Force Base Accra, Air Force Base Takrade, Air Force Base Tamale, and the Air Force Headquarters in Accra. The number 6 escort contingent is the Ghana Air Force female contingent. Personnel are drawn from the Air Force Base Accra, Air Force Base Takrade, Air Force Base Tamale, and the Air Force Headquarters in Accra. The next 4 contingents are drawn from the Ghana Police Service. Number 7 contingent is commanded by Deputy Superintendent of Police, Kodo Kofi Roberts. The supernumerary is Assistant Superintendent of Police, Stephen Kopna Abrabi, and ASP Richard Nati. The contingent Sergeant Major is General Sergeant Ebenezer Tefe. The number 8 contingent is commanded by DSP Mary Esikumsin, with ASP Sunrise Adika and ASP Rose Ajo Aliga as supernumeraries. The contingent Sergeant Major is Policewoman Sergeant Ernestina Amponsan. The 9th contingent of the Ghana Police is commanded by DSP Baba Francis Kofi. The supernumeraries are ASP Roxy Jesse and ASP Kwame Teku. The contingent Sergeant Major is General Sergeant Ankuma Pins. The 10th contingent is the last of the police contingent and is commanded by DSP Theodora Intiriwa. The supernumeraries are ASP Estanate and ASP Opon Asante Doris. The contingent Sergeant Major is Policewoman Sergeant Sheila Ejay. The next 2 contingents are made up of personnel from the Ghana Prison Service. The 11th contingent is commanded by Deputy Superintendent of Prisons, Houston Nana Ado. The supernumeraries are Assistant Superintendent of Prisons, Andy Mreku Asante, and ASP Roger Esiedu. The contingent Sergeant Major is Sergeant David John. The 12th contingent is the Prisons Female Contingent, commanded by DSP Vera Jekyll. The supernumeraries are ASP Wilhelmina Tego and ASP Karen Obey. The contingent Sergeant Major is Sergeant Emilia Echampo. Contingents 13 and 14 are made up by fire officers. The male contingent is commanded by Assistant Divisional Officer Grade 2 Wilfred Odunya. The supernumeraries are ADO Grade 2 Ado Opoku Bernard and ADO Grade 2 Enoch Adonu. The contingent Sergeant Major is Assistant Station Officer Anan Ni Otu Solomon. The female contingent is commanded by ADO Grade 2 Abdul Fanta. The supernumeraries are ADO Grade 2 Ajua Chumesiwa Hughes. ADO Grade 2 Jechiri Paulina. The contingent Sergeant Major is Assistant Group Officer Apusasa Irene. The next contingents are from the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Assistant Revenue Officer Eugene Minka Asenso is the contingent commander. The supernumeraries are ARO Edwin Nipe Tete and ARO Dixon Bano Kodria. Contingent Sergeant Major is Junior Revenue Assistant Grade 1 Eugene Echampo. The female contingent is commanded by ARO AC Boche. Her supernumerals are ARO Patricia Ahonu and ARO Apia Kesewa. Contingent Sergeant Major is Junior Revenue Assistant Grade 1 Emilia Kosua. The next contingents are drawn from the Ghana Immigration Service. The male contingent is commanded by Deputy Superintendent of Immigration Kennedy Tingza. The supernumerals are Assistant Superintendent of Immigration Al-Hassan Rashid and ASI Isaka Ibrahim. Contingent Sergeant Major is Inspector AJ David. The female contingent is commanded by DSI Sandor Nana Esi. The supernumerals are ASI Jato Esther and ASI Frederica Holman. The contingent Sergeant Major is Assistant Inspector Evelyn Ampa. The last two contingents are from the National Ambulance Service. The male contingent is commanded by Advanced Emergency Medical Technician Chumesi Alexander. The supernumeraries are Principal Emergency Medical Technician Owusu Oscar and Principal Emergency Medical Technician Frimpong Reginald. Contingent Sergeant Major is Senior Emergency Medical Technician Abubakari Abdul. The female contingent is commanded by EMT Al-Hassan Nadia. Supernumeraries are PMT Karim Latifa and PMT Sewa Alice. The contingent Sergeant Major is CMT Boatin Adwa Jumo.
And Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we shall have a choral performance by the SDA Senior High School, the choir.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, I want you to watch this splendid display by the contingent King. The contingents have used their rifles to ride our games. And indeed, the theme for today's 63rd Independence Parade is consolidating our gains. The theme celebrates the successes struck by the nation after 63 years of independence. It also takes a retrospective look at her challenges within the context of Ghana's development agenda over the years. Ghana will continue to become the beacon of hope while we remain peaceful and also protecting her enviable record of being one of the most peaceful countries in Africa.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we shall now rise as the choir sings the anniversary anthem. And the choir to perform that is SDA Senior High School, the choir. Shall we please rise? As we sing the anniversary anthem, Maomayu Ehiao. Please wave your Ghana flag. Thank you very much, SDA Senior High School. Shall we please be seated? And the choral trainers were Nana Ado Krantin Amua, Pastor Uriah Osei Mensah, and Esio Nkwabin David. This was done under the coordination of Mr. Opoku Ajiman, the Ashanti Regional Cultural Coordinator, and Mr. Anania Fuakwa, the headmaster of the school. Thank you so much, SDA Senior High School, Bekwai.
Distinguished guests, next we shall witness a display of some equipment by the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana National Fire Service, and the National Ambulance Service.
By the Ghana Armed Forces and other security agencies. You tell us, so the equipment display, we also have the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana National Fire Service, and the Ghana National Ambulance Service all coming together to display their equipment. Of course, we know that in recent times, the Ghana Ambulance Service was given over 300 ambulances. I'm sure they'll be displaying some of them, but what else are we looking forward to seeing, and in what order is it going to take place?
Right. The first to display the equipment will be coming from the 64 Regiment, and they will be coming with the quad bikes and snipers, and that team is led by Captain Anwar Sadat Adams. And then after that we'll have the Hunter vehicles, and these vehicles also operate in very rugged situations and defies all difficult and rough terrain. Then following the Hunter vehicles, we'll have the anti-aircraft guns and multi-rocket launchers. After which the signal will come. The signal is a radio control improvised explosive device jammer on their vehicle. So it's a host of them. So I'd rather we look at it and enjoy it.
But I asked you to explain because usually the security agencies keep information to themselves and tell you that for security reasons. Why is it that the security agencies do not mind displaying what they have to the rest of the public, when indeed they have been telling us that we don't tell you everything in security? Some of the things they keep to themselves.
Exactly. And what we are displaying is not everything. We are displaying the ones we can easily display without any challenges. So these vehicles, I'm sure you see them in town from time to time. So these are not things that the general public does not have to know. So we know what to bring out and what to keep in. So these ones, it's just for you to know that these are some of the equipment we work with, and they do not really have any challenge. They do not have any challenge.
And what sort of impact do you hope to make on the public when you come out to display some of these things to them?
Yeah, okay. Some of this equipment can operate in very rugged terrain. So somebody will ask you, something has happened overseas. How do you get there? If we go with an aircraft, eventually we'll have to get down into a vehicle. So some of these vehicles are to tell you the environment in which they operate, and to assure you that irrespective of where you are located, we have variety of vehicles that can reach your location. We also have different weapons for different purposes, which I will not explain anyway. So that is basically just to give you that assurance that we are there to ensure our total safety and security.
Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana Fire Service, the Ambulance Service of Ghana, and other security agencies will all in a very short while display to the President some of the equipment they have. And by displaying to the President, of course, by extension, they would be displaying to the rest of us here in the country, just to reassure us that they are up to the task, they are alive and awake, and anytime they are called upon to protect us, they will be there to do so on our behalf.
The leading vehicles are the Cobra 1 rescue and surveillance vehicles. They have adopted design modifications. They are equipped with gunshot detection system designed to detect, locate, and provide feedback on hostile fire.
Like Commander Annie was saying,
and then we have no fears. And the 2 pounds of size, 1 of class 2, Kutu, Victor. The next vehicle is the Cobra 2 Humboldt Personal Carrier. We have a